Hi guys, welcome to our tutorial. Today we'll be doing the classic Italian cookie called the Canestrelli. So let me show you what you will need. Alright, so let's look at the ingredients. You will need 150 grams of flour, 150 grams of potato starch, 100 grams of powdered sugar, a whole lemon peel, 180 grams of butter, 3 hard-boiled eggs, and a pinch of salt. Now, when you grate the lemon peel, make sure you wash your lemon well and that the peel is edible. And also do not grate until you see the white. Make sure you're not grating the white because it's quite bitter. The butter, make sure it's nice and soft. Take it out of the fridge at least an hour before. If it's not nice and soft, put it in the microwave for a little bit. Hard-boiled eggs. To make hard-boiled eggs, just boil some water, put your eggs in gently, and cook them for 6 to 7 minutes. You will need a sieve. You will also need a pretty large bowl. You will need a scale, a spoon, a classic spatula, a rolling pin, a flat spatula if you have it. It's okay if you don't, you can just use the spoon. A cookie cutter. Like mentioned, if you don't have a cookie cutter, you can just use a simple coffee cup. And I found this in my kitchen to make the hole at the center. Now if you don't have it, once again, not a big problem. You can find an ingenious way to do it, or you can just not do it at all. This is of course, the oven paper and the oven pan. Alright, so let's start mixing our dry ingredients. Let's start with our flour. Alright, this is where you need the sieve. Let's put the potato starch. And lastly, the powdered sugar. Oh, and let's not forget the pinch of salt. Alrighty, once you've mixed the ingredients well, you're going to try to make a hole at the center, and that's where you're going to add all your other ingredients. And here we have our butter. Make sure it's nice and soft. If it's not, then you can just put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. And without your egg whites, you can just use your yolk. If you do not have this flat spatula, here's where you can just use a spoon. And for a clean tip, put it right away into some cold or warm water, so that's going to be much easier to clean later. And here's our lemon peel. Now, to mix it, you're going to use your spatula, take it from the side and press down. Move your bowl and keep going. You're trying to make a ball, so do not squish too hard. You're going to feel it having a nice and smooth and kind of soft consistency. You're going to flatten it out, so what you're trying to make is a rectangle. Now before, when I talked about the tools, I forgot to mention that you will need saran wrap or plastic wrap. I went to go grab the plastic wrap. Ready? Alright, now we have our nice rectangle. We can put it in the fridge. Alright, keep it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Now it's important that you prep everything you need because you're going to have to work a little bit fast. If the dough starts sticking to where you're working, just roll it back up, put it in more plastic wrap, keep it in the fridge or in the freezer, and then you can start again. To prep, you need your oven pan, your rolling pin, a little dish to put in some flour, and a knife. And here's our cookie cutters or coffee cup. All right, let's begin. So the first thing you do is press it just a little bit, since it's still quite a bit thick and a little hard. As soon as you start working the dough, you'll see that it'll get softer. Alright, so get a look from different angles, so you're sure that it's about 1/2 centimeter. A little bit thicker over here. Looking good. Alright, let's put a little bit of flour here. Alright, here's where you want to try to save a bit of space. Okay, so try to stay nice and close to the edges. This is the tool I have, and try to center it nice. There we go. Gently pull it out, and there's your first. If you were to use a coffee cup, you can get a little bit of flour on there. There you go. As you can see, now we're finished, and we gotta put them in the oven to cook for 12 to 13 minutes at about 180 degrees Celsius. Now this dough is definitely too warm. Wrap it again in our saran wrap and put it back in the fridge. Now I'm gonna put them in the oven, so try to put them at the center of your oven, right in the middle, not too up at the top. You're going to know they are ready when the bottom of the cookie is going to start to get a little bit golden, while the top will become a whiter color. Let's put them in. So here are our cookies. I just pulled them out of the oven. I left them in about 13 minutes. Now before we add the powdered sugar, we're going to have to wait until they have completely cooled down. Our cookies are now finally cooled down. I'm going to add some of the powdered sugar. Alright, our cookies are done. Now you can place them in a container. You can put them in a plate and cover them however you prefer. Thank you for participating in our video tutorial. I hope you're going to have fun doing it yourself, and I'll see you next time. Now, questi sono brutti. Sono tutti...
Sì, fanno benissimo.
Dici?
Ma sì che
Forse sono
va bene.
molto più precisi, però vabbè, tengo più lontani.